and welcome to another episode of Heart Health with Tracy Renee. I am so excited that you all chose to spend your Wednesday afternoon right here with me. What I want you to do is call your girlfriends, send out a mass text, and tell them Heart Health with Tracy Renee is about to air right now. Welcome back, guys. I am so excited that you chose to spend your Wednesday afternoon right here with us on the Heart Health with Tracy Renee show. So, today, I've got one of my good girlfriends, my Promote Her sisters in the building with us today, Miss Execute with SMA, Miss Sheila Marie Anderson. We are going to sit here and we are going to talk about all things relationships. Now, what relationships we're going to talk about? We don't know. We're just going to sit here and just going to let it flow, guys.
Pray for it.
Right? So, thank you, Sheila, and welcome to Heart Health with Tracy Renee.
I was waiting for an opportunity to have the pleasure of being invited to your show, with you being so awesome and all. Being able to be here is such a great opportunity. So thank you for having me.
You are so very welcome.
Girl.
This one right here, guys, she is like the sister from another mama and daddy. I'm going to say that. Like the baby sister that came into the life, ironically, and you're here on what would be the 5th anniversary of the passing of my only sibling, my little sister. So it's great to have my new sister here.
I'm so happy.
And she hails from Chicago, guys, my hometown.
I was about to throw up some signals, but I'll not do that. Okay.
Okay, guys.
Chicago, yay.
So let's just dive right into it. We've been talking about this lately for the past couple of weeks or so about these different relationships and the interesting challenges and things that go along with those relationships and some relationships that have sadly and some not so sadly that have had to, we've had to part ways with.
Yes.
So let's get into it.
So let's talk about the beautiful sugarfoots that we call sisters.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
One of those things, I am not very trusting.
Okay.
And it's hard for me to ask for help. And so when I do and you don't come through, we got a problem.
Yeah.
And it causes me to withdraw and retract. And so it's like, even with our communication when we first connected, it was like, look, because I've been dealt the bad hand before.
Right.
I've made the sacrifice of stepping out and asking for help. And it's not even necessarily financial, but just for someone to be there.
Right.
And they made other things more priority. And so in this Promote Her atmosphere, it's a challenge because you have to deal with different personalities, and I'm not good with some personality types, just a couple. And so God is working on me.
I think that's most of us, but He is working on all of us.
Yes, but my response is a lot harsher than yours, Tracy. You are so sweet with the heart health.
I try to be.
And then I, on the other hand, need a prerequisite. People have to brace people for my response. So.
Okay, so let me stop you right there. So when Sheila and I first connected, this was first part of the year sometime around there. January, February sometime. And they said that if you need to, somebody had mentioned, if you want to hear something and you want to hear it, straight with no chaser, reach out to Sheila.
I forgot about that.
I did not. And so that's what I did. I sent her a text. I was like, look, they said if I need to know something, I need to ask you directly. You're going to give it to me straight. And that's exactly what I did. And I think we've been connected ever since.
Yes, we have. And it was so funny because you came out of nowhere. It was like, they told me this. And I'm like, okay, first of all, who are you putting me out here like that? Don't be putting me out here like that.
Right.
And so for that to happen, and then like I literally, whatever it was, I gave it to you.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, thank you. That's what I needed to hear.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, great. Because again, with relationships, you need to be able to trust the people that you are dealing with.
Absolutely.
I don't care what level of relationship it is. I need to be able to trust you no matter what.
That's right.
And, it's harder because, we do that whole team, no new friends stuff. And it's like, that's not healthy.
I wish people would stop saying that.
It's not healthy.
It's not.
But it's a defense mechanism because people are tired of getting hurt.
Exactly.
And so dealing with that heart health when it comes to, especially these women folk.
Yeah. But you got to be willing to get past that, though, because some of those relationships, let's just call it for what it is, some of those relationships we truly need to let go.
100%.
And we have to be willing to step out because we never know what's on the other side.
Absolutely.
We never know what blessing that we'll receive from that other person, or what it is that we can give to them.
Yes.
You know, we never know, but we have to be able to get past that.
And the other part is the heart health issue is making sure your heart is healthy.
Absolutely. And
as
genuine.
it relates to, because if you're not genuine, or
That's
if
right.
you are not whole or knowing who you are, then you can't expect somebody else to come in and be genuine. Like, I expected you to be well, who are you? Who are you? Like, I'm getting a different personality every time.
Every time we encounter each other.
Depending on the scenario. And I've dealt with that even too with female relationships. I'm sitting here and we good. Like, we chopping it up from Chicago, kicking it. And then you get around these other people and it's like, who is that? What's that version?
Right.
I don't know her.
I can't deal with that. and for me, that just takes too much time. For me, having to be one way with one person, another way with a whole another demographic of people.
Remember the personality.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. And I've done that for years.
Yeah.
Did that for years. But honey, this new Tracy that's walking and sitting before you today.
Get it. Y'all ain't ready.
They not ready.
But they gonna get ready.
They got to. If they want to be in this space.
Absolutely.
So I want to ask you, when we come back from the break, since you talk about our relationship and being able to trust, it's only been a few months. We'll talk about that when we come back from the break, guys. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. So we're sitting here and we're talking with my girlfriend, Sheila Marie Anderson of Execute with SMA. And so before the break, we talked about relationships. I asked you, I wanted to talk about what was it that made you say, okay, this girl is genuine? Because we're both in this new season of our lives right now.
Yes.
So what was it that made you say, okay, I can't open up to her and share my heart?
Well, here's the thing with me. I am who I am no matter who I'm with, right? I share more things with people than most would.
Okay.
Mainly because I'm not bound by the opinions or the responses of people.
You do kind of share a lot. I'm just thinking about...
I do.
Yeah,
and I don't care about that because for me, I don't know what part of my journey will help you. And
that's good.
And it's important to be, like, I'm an open book, and Jay talks about that all the time. He's like, you're an open book, I'm not. Well, I have to be. One, because then I can't hold myself hostage to what I've dealt with. A lot of people deal with a lot of pride or fear of exposing it. So when I was able to do that and you responded in a way that was like, listen, you responded how I respond to people to make it a safe place. You made it so that no matter what it was that I said or did, like, I'm not her.
No.
And we have to, for those of us, I mean, all of us have dealt with things. We have to reassure each other that I'm not her.
Right.
Whoever that her is that caused you to be in this position where your guard is up, I'm not her. I say what I mean what I say. You don't have to guess with me. You don't have to find, if you heard it from somebody else that I said, if they lied, if you ain't heard it from me first.
Right.
And so I think that was the biggest part. I mean, Chicago brought us together.
Right.
And then Mark, with his special self, always trying to come for us.
Child.
You gotta love people where they are.
Exactly. Exactly.
But it's all about being, like you said in the, before, it's all about being open. I've never been team no new friend.
Right.
But I've always made sure that I stay consistent. So no matter who was inconsistent, if I found out that you was trifling, then
that's
we
just
would have been moving on.
We're going to move on.
All right. And I'm going to still love you because we still connected.
But I'm going to love you from over there.
Retch on
that's
over there.
That's what I'm going to do.
I need you to go around the corner now.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So I totally get it. And what I think is interesting in it is when you go through new seasons of your life, a lot of people try to hold on to those people that... because they've been here with me, or this has been my girl for X amount of years, that doesn't necessarily mean that your girl genuinely wants to see you excel, that they genuinely want to see the best for you, and that they want you to come out. Because I think oftentimes when we feel comfortable in something that we've been in, it's a little challenging to reach out or to want to welcome somebody else new in. And so I know that's the space that I just recently came out of, is, you know, being in this little secluded bubble for so long. And it's like, okay, well, I like friends. So I didn't have a problem with the no new friends either,
Yes.
you know, because that's just me. I'm an open book. I love to talk. I love to laugh. You know, I love to interact. I love
Yes.
people, period.
But I'm not also quick to call people friends.
No, you cannot be.
And it's a matter of, and I have a friend in Chicago where she's like, I got my BFF, and then my very best friend, and then I'm like, listen, either you're my friend or you're an acquaintance, an associate, somebody I deal with.
Keep it moving.
I love you all the same.
Mm-hmm.
But there's certain, like, people say, well, certain friends you can't tell certain things to, then why are you my friend?
Exactly.
And even in relationships and having to, with the marriages breaking down, it's like, were you my friend?
Right.
I find myself having to explain who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, but if you extend the same grace to me that I extend to you, then you'll love me for where I am.
Exactly.
And even if you tell me what you don't think is right,
right,
understand that I'm an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I choose not to follow what you think is right for me,
Mm-hmm.
understand that it's not about you.
That's right.
I'm living my life.
That's right. And we have to let people live their lives.
Yes.
Let them. And stop putting labels on people. Because we'll do that in a minute. We'll put a label on somebody. I know I used to live those labels.
Yes.
And it wasn't until I said, okay, it's time for me to take those off and stop looking at myself through your eyes.
Why don't we ask relationship, like, what is this? Why does it seem like it's elementary for us to say, what is this relationship going to look like? You know, whether it's a girlfriend, a guy friend. You remember back in elementary school, it's like, do you like me? Yes or no? Circle.
Right.
But it's important,
yep,
to establish is this just a business relationship?
Exactly.
So I don't get, because some people are naturally needy.
Right.
So it's like, if I can't
do the needing.
And then the communication on what do you expect. So even if we're supposed to be friends,
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't mean that your definition of a friendship is the same as mine.
Right.
So let's talk about what that looks like.
Right.
You know, and so I think a lot of people get hurt and don't deal with the heart issues
Mm-hmm.
because they feel like, oh, well, maybe if I ask, you know, it's just too much to ask.
Yeah.
So I don't want to ask that.
Yeah.
So I don't like that.
Ooh, honey, yeah, I'm definitely guilty of that. I don't do clingy well at all. So when I find somebody being clingy, I'm really getting ready to. Yeah, no, I can't do that at all.
Because I got 5 kids. I'm like, listen, I don't have time.
Did y'all hear that?
I have 5 daughters.
I thought I was bad with 3. She got 5, y'all.
I can't deal with someone else. I was about to say nursing.
Yeah.
You know, we're too old for that. Like,
Right.
no,
You're
get
right.
off my dick.
You
See? I'm just
this
saying.
is Sheila, guys. This is her.
Hey, you know, this is what it is. And you have to be truthful with people.
You absolutely do. Yep. So
manage those expectations.
And if you manage those expectations, then everybody is good. And then if you fall outside of those expectations, then it's like, okay, dude.
Yep.
Or girl, where do we go from here?
Either one of them.
Right. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys, to Heart Health with Tracy Renee. It has been an amazing pleasure to sit here and talk to my girlfriend, Sheila Marie Anderson. So, Sheila, we talked about relationships, but let's talk about you. Who are you and what exactly do you do?
Oh.
Yeah, we need to tell them that.
Well, for the sake of this show, I'll just talk about the one thing.
Okay.
Okay. I am Sheila Marie Anderson. I am the accountability coach. So what I do is I help people to learn balance, grow in their perspective, and be accountable. You can find me, I love it, on Instagram is I am eliminating excuses. And you can find me on Facebook, Execute with SMA. I try to make sure that I keep those things separate because if anybody comes to my personal page, you might find some fun stuff.
Okay.
That they ain't ready for. So we'll
Fun
stick to
stuff is
we'll
right.
stick to that right now. And you might, venture over to that side.
Right. We love it. So again, that social media is?
I am eliminating excuses for Instagram and then Execute with SMA for Facebook.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I'm so glad that you came here with me today.
Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome, honey bun.
The people needs us.
Yes, indeed, they do. My God. Yes, you all do. And we need you all, too. We need you all here.
Yes.
We've got a whole lot more Heart Health with Tracy Renee to share with you all. So, any parting words you want to give them?
Do something. Fix it. No, like seriously. You have to do something with the time that you have and then fix the issues that you have. You have to fix those things that are nagging you, those situations that are causing you not to progress in life. It's all about progress, not perfection. So that's my final thought.
I love that. It's all about progress, not
perfection.
I absolutely love it. So stay tuned. We'll come right back. Welcome back, guys. Well, there you have it. Another great episode of Heart Health with Tracy Renee. Today, we had an opportunity to talk relationships, whether they are with a woman or a man, those interpersonal and personal relationships. The one thing that I would definitely want to leave with you all today is make sure that you check your heart as it relates to those relationships. Make sure that you're being genuine in extending your heart to someone. Again, be it a relationship with a male or a female, those great girlfriends, the significant others, and even your children too. You definitely want to make sure that you check your heart on those and do not be afraid to step out. Like Sheila mentioned, the no new friends thing, guys, that's a hill of beans. We'll just leave it at that. You definitely want to continue to reach out. But again, I'm glad that you all stayed tuned with us and joined us this Wednesday. I want you to come back next Wednesday at 12 noon your time to check out another episode of Heart Health with Tracy Renee. Of course, we're going to have another heart-wrenching episode and another healthy heart issue for us to share with you. Until that next time, I want you all to go follow Heart Health with Tracy Renee on all of the social media platforms. And if you're interested in following me, I'm the Tracy Renee on IG. So until next Wednesday, guys, I'll see you soon. Bye.